Next victim. It's a Buick. Okay, we got a 2012 Buick Verano. I've never even heard of this car before. We're going to get it up there saying there's some stuff going on in the back end. They figure shocks or struts. I don't know what this thing has for suspension yet, but we're going to find out. All right, first thing I noticed driving in, we got a service tire pressure monitor system. So we're going to fire up the launch tool and do our thing. Okay, well there's your live tire pressures being read right now. You can see 3 of them are in the red, so they're not in standard range. So that's why the light was on. We have 3 low tires. We'll pump them all up and get them where they're supposed to be. Hold up! Don't need to go much farther than to reach in. Run your hand around the top of the shock, and when you're pulling up oil, you know your shocks are junk. A little wet, not as bad though. So this car is in for, they suspect bad shocks. They said struts, but there's shocks in the back of this. We're going to do a brake inspection, and we're going to check the front struts as well, just because, you know, if the backs are going, there's a chance the front struts are going, and we'll just do an overall health checkup on this car. First step, let's get these wheels off. There's something you don't see often anymore, hubcaps. Oh, that compressor ain't up yet. Oh, I love it when the socket won't go on. Somebody has abused this lug nut, and now I got to abuse it. Nope, not doing that. So we got a lug nut here that's rusted underneath the chrome and swollen, and somebody's been pounding sockets onto it for a while. So if I hit a socket on that, it's either going to strip it or bangle it even worse. So I'm going to try to take a flap wheel and clean up the burrs. Be able to get a socket on there now. Oh, better. It's going 3/4 of the way now. That only needs a love tap. Ain't coming off now. Okay, you can see here, these brakes have been done recently. That rotor's basically new. I mean, it's the coated type, which is the ones I like for up here, and the rust belt, but there's plenty of brake material, so there's nothing wrong here. All right, so front rotors are shot. The inside is really bad. Like, there's actually sharp edges in there. Inner pad's gone, outer pad's half, so that probably means the slide pins are starting to seize up. They're not moving at all, which is probably why the insides are gone. And front struts, rusty on the outside, but we are in Ontario. I don't see any fluid in here, so they're not leaking, so the struts are fine. Okay, pads, rotors on the front, shocks on the back. All right, folks. Well, the shocks finally showed up for the Buick Verano, so we're going to go ahead and tackle these. We're still waiting for the front rotors. Should be out today, hopefully. If not, next video. Up here, you got, what is that? 18 mil. So you got to pull this piece up here, and then there's a bolt at the bottom. That's 21. Let's get them out. Alright, the next one you got is bolt right here. I'm not sure you can see it past the Watts link. That's a 21. So that was going to take a little bit of oomph. That did it. Okay, so with that, shock pulls right out, big bolt goes down here. Now you just got to take that sucker out of there. That ought to be a treat. Enough dirt in there, I couldn't even tell there was a nut. Okay, folks, old, new, we got the KYB Excel Gs again. I don't know why I keep getting these ones, probably because they're affordable. Anyways, same shock. That's unusual. Did you see that? I don't know if you've seen that, but just kind of fell on its own. That's a little weird. Anyway, you know the tradition around here, folks. Shock raise. Yeah, just a little difference on that one. Are you in there? Hello? Well, considering all the oil is on me and, well, out on the road, the outcome of this is pretty much obvious. They're a slow shock compared to a lot of other ones, but that's a no shock. So, let's get these new ones put in, shall we? Excuse the mess, folks. I'm on my third job of the day, and at this point I just want to get done. First thing is your little dust cover here. It just goes over the end, like so. Then you got your aluminum mount. You can put that upside down, apparently. The bigger open end goes on the shock, like so. And then a nut. I see no other way to do this. You cannot get a wrench to go down into there. It's recessed too far. You're supposed to hold the top and turn this, but it's not possible. So that's what we're going to do. The shock never goes up this high, and you don't have to do it really tight anyways, because this rubber thing and everything's sitting there, so you're not hurting anything. There's not even a mark on that. And just slide that back up, and let's put her on. Okay, nothing to it. Put that back down in here. I put anti-seize on the threads of the bolt, cleaned it all up, so it's all good to go. And just thread it back into the knuckle here. A few turns just to make sure you're not cross-threading, and blast her in. Bottom's in. Okay, same thing there. We cleaned up the threads and put anti-seize on them. I like to be able to get things out again if I ever have to work in this car. And lastly, just go up past that clip. Shock's in. Not a hard one at all. Okay, folks, there's the rear shocks on a Buick Verano. Pretty simple. Hopefully this helps you out there if you're going to take on this job. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.